ازيك. She answers very well, thanks.
كويس أوي شكرا. أهلا وسهلا السلام عليكم. أنا اسمي لورا وأنا من مينيسوتا لكن أنا ساكنة في شيكاغو إلينوي دلوقتي. أنا أمريكية. أنا عندي 25 سنة. أنا بتكلم أسباني وفرنساوي وأنا طالبة العربية. شكرا for watching. Hey y'all! Is Miss Laura Savage? Yes, my last name is Savage, and I am learning Arabiya. Why am I learning Arabic? So maybe I'm learning too many things this year, but I would like to travel to the Middle East sometime, and I'd really like to travel to Egypt actually. And I don't know of another time in my life when I'm going to be able to learn a language and travel to that country. So there's honestly no time like the present, and I decided to make this video as a way to keep me accountable. I don't want to say, oh, I'd like to learn Arabic one day and then just never do it. I think I should do it now, and I think making a video is a good way to see how much progress I make, and also it can help me improve on my language learning process. My goal is to spend the next 6 months learning Arabic and practicing a little bit every day.
When speaking to a male, use أنت منين. When you want to say, where are you from? أنت منين.
أنت منين. أنت منين.
The word
منين
in Egyptian is made up of the two words
من
meaning from and
أين
which means where and is a modern standard Arabic word.
So I started with using an app called Mango, and if you use your local library to get a subscription, you can get a subscription for free from your local library. So I chose the Egyptian dialect because I would like to travel to Egypt specifically, and because Egypt is also one of the most widely understood dialects spoken in the Middle East and other Arab-speaking countries. I also found some free resources on YouTube just to get the ball rolling and just to practice speaking. And by the 4th day of learning Arabiya, you realize that Arabiya has some sounds that don't really exist in the languages that I speak, and that's just part of the learning experience. You have to adjust your mouth and your throat and your ear to these sounds of another language, and that was an interesting thing to realize.
مع ألف سلامة. أنا بفهم عربي شوية.
So I tried to make a habit of listening to Arabic every single morning and listening to the YouTube resources that I found and practicing with the Mango app. I would eat breakfast or get ready in the morning, get changed and wash my face, and just listen as I'm getting ready in the morning. And I think that really helped me just kind of turn that language part of my brain on as soon as I started my day.
انتي بتتكلمي لولا انتي بتفهمي عربي لولا.
If you don't know, Arabic Arabiya has a different alphabet than English, than Romance languages, and they have 28 letters in their alphabet. So For me, because I love to read and write, and because I'm such a visual person, I like to see things written down. And I was like, I can't procrastinate this. Like, I need to learn this alphabet if I'm gonna really understand this language. So I got some books. Okay, so I am feeling very excited because I got this book, Salamat, and I am learning how to write in Arabic script. I'm wearing my glasses because it is late at night and my eyes get sensitive to light. I'm also using my computer, and I've learned, and I'm really excited about this because I literally wrote that Arabic to me looks like squiggly lines and drawings. Like, I have never in my life felt illiterate, but if you showed this to me, I would literally not even have a clue how to pronounce that letter. Like, I have zero clue what these shapes sound like. Completely illiterate when it comes to Arabic. But I've just spent 10 minutes learning this, and I've learned that an alif is the line. That's what they call the line, alif. And the little thing that goes on the bottom or the top, that's called the hamsa. So the alif hamsa is a line with the little design on the bottom or top, and then the alif is just the line. And I just wrote my very first, I wrote my very first Arabic. I copied the alif and the hamsa a few times. And I just had to record that because it is day 13 of me learning Arabic, and I'm already learning how to write it. And I know how to say some basic things like أنا بفهم عربي شوية، أنا ما بفهمش كويس، لكن أنا بتكلم إنجليزي وإسباني وفرنساوي، أنا أمريكية وأنا اسمي Laura. I know how to have some small conversations, and it's only day 13, and I'm just really excited about this. I can't remember the last time I felt so motivated to learn something, maybe besides the ukulele, but I'm very excited about this. And I'm just excited to see like where this keeps going, because there's just so much more to learn. Alright, it is about 11 o'clock, almost midnight, and I'm just studying some Arabic. I'm looking through my notebook, and I'm looking through this book that my housemate gave me, who speaks a little bit of Arabic, and I'm just coming to this realization that like I really need to learn the alphabet, because I would love to be able to read Arabic words and understand them. And I feel like the key to learning vocabulary like this, like I would love to learn how to pronounce these words in Arabic, but I have no idea because I can't understand the squiggles. And I've learned I've seen the alphabet and I've learned 2 of the words, ab and ba. I think that's how you pronounce it. And so I got this book, Master the Arabic Alphabet, because I think if I just build the alphabet slowly, I can slowly start to read some vocabulary words. And so I'm feeling really motivated to learn the alphabet so I can read some things, because I love reading and I love writing. That's such an important part of learning a language to me. That's how I learned Spanish, by reading the newspaper and reading like magazines in Spanish. That's how I learned French, by reading les bandes dessinées. I love bandes dessinées. And I want to learn to read in Arabic. I want to speak Arabic. And I think that's such a key component of it, and it's just really frustrating for me that I can't read because I don't understand the squiggly lines, but I want to get to that point where I do understand. So that's all. That's my rant at midnight, and I'm just gonna start learning the alphabet. It's about time, so thank you. So part of the language learning process is sometimes feelings of inadequacy and frustration, and I was totally experiencing that. It's challenging to learn a language, and I think that setting goals can really help. Otherwise, we don't improve, and if you don't do something every day, at least for a little bit, you won't get better at it. And do I want to be a perfect, flawless Arabic interpreter or Arabic scholar? Like, no. Like, but would I like to have some basic friendly conversations and order food at a restaurant or buy a bus ticket or a train ticket when I'm in an Arabic speaking country? Yeah, like that would be awesome. And I like to get to that point and at least sound half decent when I'm speaking. And that's my goal, and I'd like to spend the next 6 months doing that.
Okay, so I am flying right now, and I am studying. Let's see. I'm flying right now, and I'm studying Arabic. I'll show you. This is geeking on a flight right now. Geeking, I'm learning, and I just had a realization on the plane. We haven't even took off yet. This is what nerds do on planes, y'all. Reppin'. So here is one of the words. Here's the book I'm learning from, and I'm learning Ain, like the guttural R, I guess. And here's what the letter looks like in the middle of a word. And sure enough, I look up and I see the word Arabi. So here's what I'm learning. I mean, it's crazy. Like here's the letter, and I can literally, I'm starting to be able to read the individual letters out of this word. So that's pretty cool, I think.
So another thing that we are blessed with in this hypermodern world that we live in are streaming services. And I looked up some movies in Arabic that I could watch online on Netflix, and I actually found a lot of good ones that are available in the United States. You don't need a VPN to access them. And I knew that the dialects would be a little bit different in some of the countries. Not every movie that I saw was an Egyptian movie, but I could actually understand some like little key basic words here and there, and that was really exciting. A persistent 10-year-old girl wishes for a new bicycle so she can beat her friend in a race. It's going to take ingenuity to get one. So I really liked that movie, Wajah. I thought it was really interesting. I thought the plot was good. I thought it was well made, and I could also understand some words, and that was really exciting. It was a Saudi film, and that was cool to see. So now my personality, I can get excited about learning new things, and I easily start projects, but I just don't follow through on them. And that's something I've been working on this past year. I have a goal of learning Arabic every single day, even if it's just like 10 minutes a day. And I want to travel to an Arabic-speaking country by January of next year. So that gives me 6 months to keep practicing. And I realized that with a project like this, with learning a new language, that takes time and that takes dedication and consistency. So I need to prioritize some things in my life in order to achieve my goal in the long run. And I work full-time and I have other responsibilities to do, and so I have to set some other projects aside for the moment in order to focus on this one thing and get it done. So I'm saying that to the universe so I can, improve my Arabiya. So learning a language really challenging, and if you have like adult responsibilities and a whole other life aside, so it can seem really daunting, but it is possible. And the aim is not perfection, but for growth and education and inspiration and improvement, and that's what I'm going for with this. So I did get a teacher on italki, but I started doing tutoring after my 1 month mark. So next month I'll post an update with what I'm learning in my month 2 of Arabic, and it does include a teacher, and it's exciting to see how I'm figuring out what I'm learning, what I need to learn in order to keep improving. And I've realized that for the second month, I really want to focus on improving my understanding of the Arabic alphabet and really learning the 28 letters and being able to read some things so I can eventually improve my vocabulary and study more complicated grammar concepts. So this is my 1 month Arabic update, and stay tuned for month 2, which will be coming out in a few weeks. And shukran, alfa shukran for watching, and I will see you next week. Hello, this is Editing Laura. I would also just like to say a special thank you to Joe Franco, who is a YouTuber, and I came across her YouTube channel when I was looking for Arabic learning resources, Egyptian Arabic resources, and watching her video gave me the idea to make videos of myself during my Arabic learning journey. So, alfa shukran, Joe Franco. Now, thank you, and I'll see you next week.